Hello everyone and welcome. For some reason since last night, Dragon Ball Z has been on the brain, and here's why. It's about energy. You know, the show's about energy, chi, and how to channel it and use it to your advantage and your power and use it in your fight, right? So for those of you who don't know what Dragon Ball Z is, or what what the whole point of it is, a show about fighting, fighting your enemies, defeating your enemies, basically, which are basically, pretty much defeating your demons. So Dragon Ball Z is a show about it started off with a kid named Goku, and they developed a series off of it. And the kid grew up, he was from another planet. That will say that for the chosen ones, they were ultra terrestrial, so to speak, ultra dimensional. We're on another dimension, basically. So he goes on this life journey. He meets his friends, develops his family, which are very few. He develops more and more friends, but they have the friends that come around and come and go, and so on and so forth. Nobody really becomes an enemy, because he attracts the right kind of people with how he transmutes his energy. He remained pure of heart the entire time. None that I seen. I stopped watching after they made a movie, The Battle of the Gods, or something like that. Anyway, so he always had some hater lurking around, somebody that wanted to take him down. He was trained by Master Roshi, and and then he had his friends Chaozu, so on and so forth. The ones that people deemed useless were probably some of his stronger foundations, and I'll go back over that eventually, or maybe not. I don't know how this is gonna go. I just go off the top of the head. So he makes it all the way to adulthood. He trains, and that's all he does. He works on himself. His entire life just works on himself. Similar, just like chosen ones, like we like to work on ourselves, and people want to stop that. People want to, so they get all these alien invaders who, they read power and they get stronger. So one of his biggest enemies is Vegeta, and dude he hated Goku, and all his mission in life became, he had a tragic past or whatnot. So and he also grew up in an environment where all he knew was to fight. There was no love there, so and then once his father died, it turned into just destroy, divide and conquer, this, that, and the third on every possible planet you can, and accumulate as much power as you can. That's what it was all about for him. It wasn't about anything else. And so Goku is on the planet Earth, fighting for the citizens of Earth. He fought the androids. He fought, I forgot some other little, the Ginyu Force and all that stuff, and Vegeta comes with him. And, he's stronger than Vegeta, and Vegeta he has more power than Vegeta, and Vegeta just can't take it. He's sitting there watching him, checking in on him to see where his power levels are at. It's like 9,000, and, the man is just pissed. Until eventually, he just, Goku literally beat this man enough times, right? And that he became a frenemy and then a friend, because the hate be so real sometimes that the love is fake, So he was a frenemy for a while after he was done being his enemy, and he was done getting, he was still getting his ass beat, but he was like, I gotta respect it, right? This man is, he's really good. He's about this life. He, that's what he does. He trains and fight. He works on himself. He has built a nice family environment, and Goku introduced him to that family environment. He changed the man's perspective a little bit, slowly but surely. It was, some people, they want to hold on to the hate, man, and it's not healthy at all, and it keeps you under whoever you're trying to compete against. And that's why I'm not a fan of competition, because I'm like, if you really have it like that, you're not trying to compete, you're trying to improve others. You're not trying to tear people down if you really got it like that, period. And that's why, like narcissists and people like that, they love competition and making you and comparing you to other people to try to make you compete against them, because they want to see you get beat so badly because they can't do it. And it's pointless, and it keeps you spinning your wheels and looking at your opposition instead of working on yourself and getting better. Because my theory, you really, when you're not working on yourself and you're watching your opposition, you don't ever really get better than them. You just get good enough to beat them. It's just, like, it's not necessarily better, because it's just like you can get in your levels, the levels that you can reach, the heights that you can reach can be so much higher than that other person. That was Vegeta's problem, is that he was steady watching Goku trying to get stronger than him, trying to get above that 999, 9,999, and so on and so forth, and they're reaching hundreds of thousands and millions power level until they get to God mode. But anyway, Goku introduced him to a family structure. He met Bulma, they had kids, Trunks, who was half human, half Saiyan, so on and so forth. And half human, half Saiyan kids were the strongest. They were stronger than even the Saiyans. So the thing about Saiyans, the key thing about Saiyans is the deaths, right? And the sensu beams, of course, but we're going to talk about the deaths, because no, we don't have sensu beams here, apart from what grows from the earth. We can call those sensu beams the roots. And every time a Saiyan dies, they come back exponentially stronger, to a multitude. And that's how the chosen ones are. Like, every time a death happens in our life, be it financial, be it an emotional death, a heartbreak, all this, all these deaths that people try to cause to us that just hate us for absolutely no reason other than, they see us as better than them. Like, they see us as better than them. That's why they come for us so hard, and that's why they're always trying to destroy something, but we always come back. Last night I took an L, but tonight I bounced back. That's, we bounce back stronger than ever. We just learn how to build a better foundation, and we work on ourselves until, our muscle foundation, our muscle memory is, not to be fucked with, basically. So that's the saying. And then when they level up, Super Saiyan 2, 3, 4, and I forget what's, all the way to God mode, you notice that they spend like 2 to 3 episodes with them leveling up, because that takes so much time. That's just a implication of the time it takes to level up to that point, and there's a lot of pain to it. So they have to scream. It's very uncomfortable. It's very painful. That transition from Super Saiyan 1 to Super Saiyan 2, at first it was Kaioken, and then it was the Saiyans. And hopefully people are understanding this right. Hopefully I'm explaining this right. They level up, and it's very painful. So, and the whole time you're just uncomfortable until the point you get comfortable with that discomfort, and then it's just a quick switch. That switch goes on, and then you're on the level already. You're Super Saiyan 2 without that, because before they would take 2 or 3 episodes of that transfer of energy, that transmutation of energy into a whole other beast. And lost my train of thought. And yeah, that transformation into a whole other beast, and that, like I said, it takes time. It's a grueling process, man. And like, this journey, it's not comfortable in the least. You're always working on yourself, and even though you work on yourself, you're still going to be even more uncomfortable when that level change is starting to happen, or you're in a process of making that level change happen. It's extremely uncomfortable. And you also got these, and once you learn how to level up quicker by yourself, right? Because they had to have the friends around to fight off all the demons and the bad guys, basically. And they had to fight them off while they took all that time to level up, until they just, Super Saiyan 2, cool, no problem, I'm there. 3, 4, just I'm there. So that level up became easier even through the harder levels. So, and that's what they want to stop you from. They want to stop you from becoming, getting on God mode, basically. And reaching levels that they can't even touch, man. They can't even touch you. And when you're around a certain frequency of people or place or thing, you know, you have to think, you know, like when they're trying to drag you down in a certain, the frequency that your enemies are on, or your frenemies, or whoever, these people that let these spirits attach to them, you have to think, you know, where do I need to level up to where these people, they can't even have access, they can't even get to me, like I can't even hear their voice, you know, they sound like boiling lobster to me, you know, the steam from the shells, you know, just seeping through. It sounds like they're screaming lobster to me. Looks like a mill, you know. You got to think, like, how do I get to that level, and how do I get to it, you know, how do I make it, like, you know, how do I get to that level, to the point that it's nothing, you know. You keep building your foundation, you keep working on yourself, building yourself, educating yourself, feeding yourself the right foods, drinking plenty of water, eating those roots, man. Doing the healing. And another thing is, like, these people, once they found out what the sensu beans were, I forgot when the enemies found out what the sensu beans were, they want to stop them from healing, because once they heal, that level up is insane, right? Because they, you know, their power, speed increases by a multitude again. So that's what they want to stop, you know. And some people, they want to watch the world burn. They want to stop the chosen ones from healing for sure, and they want to stop the world from healing. So that's why they're trying to destroy food. You know, there's fluoride in the water. There's all kinds of stuff in the ocean, man. And it's just like, you know, just ripping the earth, you know, to shreds, you know, or just being a virus to the earth. That's what these people are. They're viruses. You ever seen somebody just litter right in front of you? Just no respect in some of the most beautiful places. And, you know, thank God that there are more strict laws on people who just sit there and just, you know, toss a soda can on the ground. I'm like, yeah, you should. Just looking at what they're drinking shows that they don't give a fuck. You know, you're drinking soda, man. That's straight sugar and acid. You know, that's all you're drinking. And so that's what you're putting in your body. And now you're trying to make that the earth's problem. It's not the earth's problem, man. So, you know, they were protectors of the earth and the people of the earth, you know, the innocents, basically. And that's what the chosen ones are. We're the protectors of the innocent, the helpless, basically, by our healing. You know, we are the sensu beans of the earth. You know, we are the super sands of the earth. Our food is our sensu bean, and that's why they want to, you know, poison the food supply. They have all these processed foods, and it's not even real food, man. It's like, you know, you might as well be eating Play-Doh. You know, like they're stripping the food, and then what's going into the soil, these pesticides are stripping these seeds, these plants that we try to grow, of their nutrients more and more so. So, you know, there's a lot of work going into, but like I said, you know, they can't take us just one-on-one. They have to come at us in numbers in a whole bunch of different ways. They have to have, like, at least a trifecta on how to affect us financially, mentally, spiritually, you know, through nutrition, our health, and all the mental and spiritual, emotional, you know, that all translates into our physical health. So if you're sick, you know, that automatically takes a toll on everything. So that's the circle of life within us. Everything takes a toll on the other thing. Where you are spiritually, you will be mentally, emotionally, and physically. And where you are physically, you know, will affect your emotional, mental, and spiritual, you know. So it's all a circle of life within us. We're all just you know, a ball of energy, ball of light, and that's a circle of energy. So I'll leave you with that, because I'm starting to kind of ramble now, lose track. But yeah, I think I made my point in this video. You know, like, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comments if I have made the point, or you get the point, or get some of it. Let me know if you get any validation. I had fun making this video, because this is childhood stuff to me. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z, but I haven't watched it in, like, forever. But the basis of it, hopefully you got the gist of the cartoon. And, you know, I try to look into things and try to get spiritual messages from it. And, you know, like everything, every possible thing, and because there's a message in it for someone. With that, I say drink water, eat roots, educate yourself, learn something new, exercise, and life is short, man. No matter how much they pay you for it, you know, your time is truly priceless. So why not tell them what you're worth? And, you know, what better way to do that than minding your business? Peace.